But to have somebody who's, I don't see every day be like, yo, man, good shit. That made me feel really good, and it kind of, lifted me up a little bit.
Reasserted some things,
Yeah, so shout outs to Diego. Now, I texted Melvin this a couple days ago. Would you date a stripper? Because I was at work, and I said, yo, would you date a stripper to like 5 people, 5 guys. All of them said no. They would not date a stripper.
And my response was because I know a stripper, actually, like personally know one. Shout out to Destiny. Yeah, I'm using her full name. She's not a stripper anymore, but she did work at a strip club for a couple of months, and it's just like, so I think the biggest point that I was trying to make when we were talking about this, we talked about this over like Facebook. So the biggest point I was trying to make was that I think, for the most part, a lot of people have like the wrong view of strippers. Like they just assume that if you're a stripper, that just means you're
a whore. You're doing it because you have to, not because you want to. Type bullshit.
Yeah, like no, I think it would be like you're doing it because you want to, not because you have to. Type shit. You know what I mean? Like that's the negative like connotation associated with it. Like it's like these are like the like realistically it might be a frowned upon craft, but like there are plenty of high class strippers who make bank,
bro.
Like,
oh my bad,
go ahead, bro.
Bro, I was at a bar one day, just a random low key dive bar, cool place, and one of the guys that was there, I was talking to him for a little bit, and he was like, yeah, my girlfriend, she works at Admiral, she's a stripper. Bro, I never have to buy shit. She'll come home in the morning for one day of work with $2,000. And I was like, bro, that shit is fucking amazing.
Exactly, and it's just like I think there's some sort of negative connotation associated with it. Like it's just like we said before, like these are like the lowest type of people. Like you have to give up, like you really got to give up all types of self-respect for you to become a stripper. Yeah, and it's like I feel like that's why people dislike, because it's like if you think of it like that, you're like, oh, if this person don't got no respect for themselves, then they're not gonna have no respect for like us. You know what I mean? And like us as like a relationship.
And that's bullshit.
And exactly. I think that's absolute like I think that's absolute poppycock. Like.
So then, why do you think not even just guys? Like I was even talking to women, like a 29-year-old woman about this, and she was like, and I asked her like, could you ever see yourself being a stripper? And she was like, no. I respect myself too much. And it's like, who said that strippers don't respect themselves?
Yeah.
Now, for most men, I texted you this. There's not much of a demand for, men to be seen as much as women to be seen, because women are supposed to be desired. Vagina makes the world go round.
True, very true.
And for the most part, if you have a vagina, you have a certain amount of power, clout, I guess.
And
I'll go ahead. I was trying to get my thoughts together again.
No, I agree 100%. It's like one of those things where, to my direct response to him saying like his coworkers were not fans of that idea at all was wrong with him. Like I'd happily date a stripper. He just gave the example of a guy he met at a bar and his girlfriend was getting back, like got paid, and it's just like. I feel, and also a big point that I made over the message, I said, what did I say? Basically, if your girlfriend spends all this time entertaining other dudes, then basically, you know what I mean? Then it becomes boring to her, meaning like you don't necessarily need to worry about her like
cheating.
Yeah, like she's faced with temptation on a daily basis. So it's like to be able to have that temptation and not like not be a victim to it. It's like. You got to give her props, and it's just like, then you just would have to assume that it would be like that for y'all too. Like, yeah, your girlfriend might be a stripper, but that doesn't mean that she's fucking every single dude that's in the strip club.
Like, she literally goes, gets looked at, and makes money.
Yeah, or the worst thing that's probably happening is, she's probably like giving out dances, and it's just like, I've been to parties before where my girlfriend's like danced on other people, and it's just like, whatever, I guess. Like, it's like. So it's like, just in that mindset, it's just like, I think it's crazy. Like, if you have a career that like can make you money, Like, you need to put aside all your own personal insecurities and all that other stuff that make you think that if your girlfriend's a stripper, she's gonna be cheating on you and all that other craziness. You gotta just put all that shit aside. You know, you gotta put all that shit aside and just acknowledge the fact that, you know, like...
That's literally a job. Now, don't get me wrong. Me, personally, I don't think stripping is a career. It's kind of like, you know, how I wait tables to pay for school. You know what I mean? And this is... to also fund other things. Like, it's not, oh, I'm just gonna do this for the next 45 years, get a pension, retire, and fucking go on cruises for the next 12 years until I die. Like, this is a means to an end. Like, this is not... It's kind of unfair to say you're a stripper, that means you're this, and this.
Agreed. That's like saying, like, you know what I mean? It's just your typical stereotyping. Like, oh, you're black. You
are a criminal. You're Spanish. You're illegal. Like, it's unfair.
Yeah, it's unreasonable. You know, it's like, and you shouldn't do that. And you shouldn't look at it like that. It's at the end of the day, I feel like a stripping craft. Like, if you fall into an area where you do it well. Because, you know, you could always end up being one of those cheap
whack-ass stripper
who makes, you know, of course, like, you know, for every stripper that makes $2,000 in a day, there's 30, 40, that make $200 in a day, which is still good, but it's not as good as the 2,000, you know what I mean? Because it's like, if you think about it, if you work 8 hours in a day and you make a minimum wage, you're not making nowhere near $200.
You maybe make $100.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, you know, so it's like using that mindset, it's like one of those things where it's like, why wouldn't you wanna why wouldn't you want to let someone do that? You know what I mean? And it's like, at the end of the day, you, like, say your girl's a stripper 5-6 years and she's doing well, she can be saving up all that money,
invest in a business or something.
Invest
your money.
What does investing your money do? Get you more money. Prime example, quick tangent. 7 fucking years ago, one stock of Bitcoin, you could buy one stock
was
of
3 cents.
No, it wasn't, bro. It was like 0.3 of a cent.
That's what it was. 0.3 of a penny.
Yes, bro. And now, if you would have bought that then, I saw this video on Facebook. If you would have,
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, if you would have invested in Bitcoin then, now you would that same money, like the same stock that you had then, are now worth $140 million. And it's just like, invest your fucking money. Like, if you're a stripper, you can easily get paid, and so that's why that's why I don't understand why you would not want your girlfriend, if she's already a stripper, to let her be a stripper.
Yeah, and I guess it stems from insecurity, because once upon a time, you know, my girl, she was like, hey, you know, what do you think about me being a shots girl at a club? My insecurities came in, and I didn't realize it until, you know, a few months ago. Like, I don't really want you in that environment, you know, fucking men all drunk and shit and trying to fuck and all this bullshit. Bro, that was literally just me being insecure with myself.
Exactly.
And my relationship. Mm-hmm. And nowadays, I told her now, like, you know, whoever the fuck I'm dating or talking to or whatever, make your money, I'm going to make my money, and we're going to come together and do our best to try to fit like Legos. And now, don't get me wrong, you know, if, you know, we're dating and we're exclusive, that's my vagina, that's my mouth.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's off limits. Otherwise, do what you got to do, hun. I'm going to do my best to not judge you. I'm going to do my best to not be insecure, because now I know, I see where you're coming from, but I honestly think it's a level of childishness associated with it. You know what I mean? Because it's like, you think about when you're in high school. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want your girlfriend talking to their guy friends, right?
Yeah, you don't want your girlfriend to even have guy friends. You know what I mean? Like you have, like, you know, these real, like, high school looks at relationships where it's just like, you know, like I'm gonna do a quick tangent here, real quick here. Like, you know, when it's like, when you see people posting statuses like, oh, all I need is bae.
Yeah.
Like, that's a real high school ass mindset, because it's like, people who are married 30, 40 fucking years don't spend every single fucking day together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, you know, they like, people, like, you have to basically, like, branch out. You know what I mean? And by that I mean, you can't have that childish mind. You can't be insecure and be like, oh shit, she can't have no guy friends. You know what I mean? Like, there's that one, another quick tangent, there's that one funny, like, meme where it was just like, it was like a picture of the dude crying, and it was just like, when you didn't cheat on her 17 times. Then
but she cheats on you what?
No, it was like when you find out that she went to dinner with a male coworker, and it was just like, and it was like it's just a dude crying his eyes out, and just like little insecurity like that. Like it's literally like that. Like those, like your own personal insecurities. You know, sometimes you're your biggest competition. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like it might be you competing with your mind and you don't even consciously realize it, but it's like you have to like step back and realize like you you gotta let her do what she's gonna do. Like now if I have a girlfriend, like not even my best friend, prime example, I always encourage her. I'll be like, finesse these niggas. Like you know what I mean? Like if a nigga trying to, like back before she got with her boyfriend, I was like, if a nigga just trying to randomly hit you up, send him a money request. Be like request $25 from him. If he send you some money, then y'all could talk. If he ain't talking no money, then nothing for y'all to talk about. You know what I mean? It was just like, you gotta realize like
that's totally fair because you're being upfront about it, right?
Yeah, it's a dog eat dog world. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's sad, but people.
But that's the reality.
That's the reality of capitalism. That's the reality of life. Like, people, there are tops and there are levels, tops and bottoms. Like, not everybody's gonna be up here. Not everybody's gonna be down here. Like, so you gotta find, and sometimes to be up here, you gotta step on who's down here. You know?
Let's see. What are the cons of dating a stripper? She comes home at 4 a.m.
Yeah, she's out late nights.
She works late nights. That's not so bad.
And I mean, if you're still dealing with the insecurity thing, she's being drooled over by a bunch of horny men.
And you're the one that's actually fucking her. That's the beautiful part.
Exactly. Like she's being drooled. Like I think that there it is. Like I think you got to realize. Like she's being drooled over by all these horny men, but she don't want them. She wants you.
Exactly.
Like. I was talking to this one chick a couple months ago, and I used to. Now I realize it, but in the moment when we was really talking, I would be mad as fuck because this is some chick. She had like 75 unopened Snapchats, and like the majority of them were from guys. And I was just like, what the fuck is that shit? And she was just like, that's not even important if you really think about it, because it's like, yeah, there's all these Snapchats, but I'm the one. I'm sitting right here with you. Yeah. It's just like, and now I realize like you have a point. Like you have to realize like. Your girlfriend won't necessarily be entertaining all these dudes in a way that's gonna like ruin your relationship. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. So working late, not so bad. Getting attention from other men, but she's still fucking you, so that's not so bad.
Yeah, that's not even really. That's like.
So what else? I mean, these people that I was talking to about it, they were like, "Oh man, she like if I date a stripper, she's only for fun, nothing serious." And I was like, y'all are fucking stupid. Y'all are dumb. Simple and plain. Y'all are just dumb. Because there's so many pros and almost no cons. Like, she gets home at 4 a.m. Restaurants close at 2. You're dating a fucking chef.
Yeah, true.
You're dating a fucking chef. Like, or a bartender. And that's, similar. A hot girl is serving drinks. What's so bad about that? A hot girl is showing off some titties. What's so bad about that?
Nothing. Like, she's taking advantage of her avenue. You know,
like for example, I mean, if I could, I would. I'm sure if you could, you would.
If I could, I would.
Fucking make $10,000 in a month.
Not in a month, in a fucking week. If you were like,
if you really finesse it very well, you're a professional.
But yeah, even $10,000 in a month, because that means at the end of the year you're making $120,000, which means you're fucking way above the power. You're fucking in the upper class.
You are literally 2.5 times above the poverty line.
Exactly.
No. Poverty line is what, 30,000?
Yeah,
you're it's like 4 times above the poverty line. Like, who would look down on somebody just working and not, hurting anybody else?
And to be honest, like I know, stripping is a learned craft, but it's like it's like much easier. Like you don't gotta go to college to be a stripper. Like you can get paid as a stripper and fucking take like Zumba, like like they offer like pole dancing classes at gyms and shit. You know what I mean? So it's like like you could. I don't know, go to LA Fitness and take a couple pole dancing classes and for a couple months and boom, now you're ready to be a stripper and you go up there and blow niggas' minds and now you rich.
Yeah.
Or now you're doing really well for yourself, you know what I mean?
And now you can pay for, let's say, daycare for your kid. You can pay for your man to go to college, get his master's degree. And then, he pays for you to go to school and you guys... Man...
dating a stripper just sounds really. Now it sounds like
it sounds enticing. It
sounds like something that I need. not just something that I would do. It sounds like something I need now.
Whatever happened to that one girl? I don't want to say her name. From like the first episode.
Oh,
it fell through.
Yeah, it fell through. She got a boyfriend now. I don't care though.
What?
She got a whole fucking boyfriend now.
So she picked somebody else over you?
Yeah, she did a nigga bogus. I can't even lie, but it is what it is, yo. Like, hey, life goes on, bro. Damn. I'll get over it. I mean, I already got over it, but I'll get over it again.
Oh yeah, because last episode you said you were talking to somebody else. My man,
good shit.
Good shit. All right. So point being, I guess there's so many more pros than cons to dating a stripper,
and I need to be doing it. Like, yeah. I need to if you're not a stripper, baby, like don't like when this podcast blows up, don't be coming my way.
Exactly. No. Still hit Melvin up.
Yeah, still hit me up. I need the attention.
Oh man, where do you want to go from here? Do you want to talk Post Malone?
Yeah, sure. We could discuss that piece of shit.
All right. Do you want to tell the story? Or do you want me to tell it?
I'll tell it. All so I'll just tell it loosely because I'm not super fresh on the video, but basically it kind of went viral. Post Malone basically saying that hip hop isn't basically he was basically really down talking hip hop, basically just saying it's not the type of music you listen to if you're
think.
Yeah, basically he was saying hip hop is stupid people's music, it's like the dumb man's music. You know what I mean? And it's just to be honest, Post Malone, to be fair, he's a prime example of what we were talking about before, a nigga that just took advantage of the situation. Mm-hmm. Because we talk about this in past interviews, when we just talk about niggas that get on quickly, not quickly, but Post Malone used the rest of his money to fund the White Iverson video, mm-hmm. and then White Iverson went blew up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's one of those things where I agree. Post Malone can't be hip hop ain't shit,
but still trying to make money off of it.
Yeah, it would be different if he was the hip hop I make ain't shit.
Yeah.
Because who said that? Ugly Guy said that. Ugly Guy basically, what did he say? He called his music coon shit or something like that.
I don't remember that.
Well, he said that in a Vlad TV interview. He called his music trash. He admits that he makes shitty music. It's not super lyrical. It's not super smart, but he has his lane. So it's
and if he's making money,
yeah, and that's the point that I'm trying to make. He's coming at himself. Mm-hmm. Ugly God in that case was talking about himself specifically, him as an artist. He wasn't talking about hip hop as a whole. Because mm-hmm. If you really want to talk, if Post Malone really wants to talk crazy, what was it? Hip hop is at it happened 2 or 3 months ago. Now hip hop is a new pop music. Yeah. Because it's that much pop. It's more popular now. Because
on the Billboard charts, the biggest songs in our whole country, hip hop is number 1, 2, 3, 10. It's up there, simple and plain. It's here to stay, bro. Yeah, you know what I mean. And what inspired me to say this is I saw a video from I don't even know the guy's name. He was just on World Star's Instagram page, but basically he was just Post Malone, if you're gonna you're not in any position to be talking crazy about hip hop for one, because he was what was it? We've given you a lot of passes. He said the braids, the white dude with the braids, that was one pass. He said 6-7 months ago, it was going crazy because Post Malone said nigga on somebody's Snapchat or something like that, and it blew people's minds because Post Malone said nigga, which doesn't surprise me. I'm not surprised that Post Malone says nigga, and then he said this was the last straw. Really, he basically just told him if you're gonna talk down about hip hop but still try to exploit it, yeah. What do? You gotta take that shit somewhere else. If you think hip hop's such bad music, then stop making it. Yeah. What was it before he became a rapper? Wasn't he making country music and shit? He was a folk singer, and when that didn't really transpire into any money or any attention, that's when he recorded White Iverson, and it just happened to blow up. So he was all right, fuck it, I guess this is gonna be me.
Yeah, exactly.
And the other thing that guy, you showed me the video, he made a very good point. Post Malone only has tattoos of white rock stars. He really doesn't give a shit about hip hop.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, yeah, he just we talked. Angel and I were talking about this before we started the podcast. He just recently, I saw it on Instagram. He just recently got a tattoo of